Long before skyscrapers touched the sky, before borders split the land, the forests of North America stretched endlessly wild, sacred, and alive with stories. In these ancient woods lived many great native nations. Among them, 5 powerful tribes shared the same language, the same roots. Yet, they were torn apart by endless war. These were the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, and Seneca together. They were known as the Haudenosaunee, or what we now call the Troquels, but their unity was shattered. Blood was spilled over old grudges, villages were boomed. Children grew up knowing only fear. Then come a man named Hiawatha. He was not a chief. He was not a warrior in the traditional sense, but he had lost everything, his wild, his daughters, to the violence. And out of his grell, a vision was born. One day, he met a mysterious messenger from the Creator, a man simply called the Griot Peacemaker. This man could not even speak properly, but his message was clear: end the fighting and build a great peace. Hiawatha became the voice the peacemaker could not belie, traveled from village to village, tribe to tribe, carrying a bundle of arrows in his hand. He would show how one arrow breaks easily, but 5 bound together are unbreakable. Many laughed at him. Some threatened him, but others listened. Slowly, the message of unity began to take rule. The hardest task was convincing the Onondaga, whose chief, Tadadaho, was feared across the land. They said his hair was like snakes, and his soul was filled with darkness. But Hiawatha did not fight him with swords. Instead, he and the peacemaker prayed, lasted, and sang sacred songs. They combed the snakes from Tadadaho's hair, not just with fingers, but with forgiveness. And finally, the last enemy became the last ally. Beneath a tall white pine, the tree of peace, the live nations gathered. Weapons were buried beneath its roots. An eagle was placed at the top of the tree to watch for danger. And from that day forward, the great law of peace was born, a set of rules based not on power, but on balance, respect, and the wisdom of the clan mothers. The Iroquois Confederacy lasted for centuries. Some say it even inspired the Constitution of the United States. But to Native people, this is not just history. It is a sacred story. A story of griot turned into strength, of enemies becoming family, of a single voice echoing through forests and across generations. Hiawatha's name lives on not as a myth, but as a memory. A man who showed that true power lies not in the blade, but in the peace we plant and protect.